Hello everybody, this is Rick Ray from rickrayfx.com/profile. That is my new website. I hope you'll take a look and leave some comments or inquiries. I do reply to all comments. Alright, so here we are with Halloween weekend, and even though it's Halloween weekend, and I do wish you a happy trick or treat, even though it's Halloween weekend, we still have the weekly analysis on this Sunday afternoon or evening, wherever you might be. And that is because we have a very, very exciting week coming up with Forex and commodities. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and see what's coming up for this last day of October and first week of November 2022. So here we are at forexfactory.com, our go-to website for checking the highlights of the high impact news that will be coming out. And we have nothing on Monday, so enjoy your Halloween holiday and have a nice trick or treat. But then after that, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have a jam-packed schedule of very high impact news. So be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times, whether you live in the US, Canada, Asia, Europe, wherever you are, because these are some very, very important news items that are going to be released, some data that's coming out, and is going to definitely give us a very volatile week with currencies and commodities. On Tuesday morning, the Australian dollar is expected to increase their interest rate by only 25 basis points, all right, but there still will be some impact. And then on Wednesday morning, the New Zealand dollar will be releasing their employment change, and then late Wednesday night in Asia, early Thursday morning, we have the FOMC statement, when the Federal Reserve is expected to it's projected that the interest rate will be increased by 75 basis points again. And then on, let's scroll down here, I can't even get all the news in one screen. I have to scroll up and down. And then Thursday evening in Asia, the UK will be announcing their interest rate increase, which they are expected to also put the interest rate up 75 basis points. And then on Friday, we have the, of course, non-farm employment change, and that's the first Friday of every month, and the most watched high-impact news item of the month for Forex traders. So lots of high-impact news coming out. Be aware, and be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times, because we are going to see a very, very volatile week. As always, I start off with a review of the previous week's trade setups. And I will go through these fairly quickly, but just to say right now, it was really a stellar week. It was just a really, really good week. And of course, I'd never recommend that you take the same trades. This is not financial advice. I'm sharing with you my perspective, what I see on the charts, and the trade setups that I'm looking at. But if you did take some of these trades, you did very, very well. And we'll look first at the Euro-US, where I had a buy limit at 0.9820. It executed early in the week, and if you got out at the top, you finished that trade with 260 pips. The odd US, unfortunately, I didn't see any direction on that trade, so I didn't have a trade for the odd US. There was no clear indication whether it was going to continue to fall down or make a change in direction. However, with the New Zealand US, I did have a good indication that there was a change in trend, and this buy limit executed early in the week at 0.5710 for 160 pips. The pound US had a buy limit on that one. That one did not execute. Okay, just missed it a little bit. All right, just a few pips short of hitting the pending order. So there was no trade on the pound US. The odd JPY did very, very well. There was a buy limit on that, and it executed very, very early on a Monday morning as soon as the market opened, and it reached a peak of 180 pips. The CAD JPY also did very well. The same thing as the odd JPY. The trade executed early on Monday morning and reached a peak of 122 pips. Then the Swiss JPY did even better and reached a peak of 230 pips profit. And the real cash cow for last week was the pound JPY, and what a stellar trade that was. Okay, had the buy limit at 166.20. It executed early in the week and just took off like a ballistic missile for a total of 510 pips. So overall, a great week. And here are the trade setups that I'm looking at for this first week of November. Looking at gold, first of all, the bears still have the advantage. They still have the home field advantage. And so I have a sell limit at 16.52. We had a big drop on Friday with the close of the U.S. market, and it started to recover just a little bit. And our first line of resistance is around 16.52, 16.53. So I have a sell limit at 16.52, this middle blue line here, and then expecting to be able to take profit around the 16.40 zone, which is our first line of support. And if it breaks below that, then 16.23 and 16.15. With the Euro US, everything has turned around last week, okay? So before, all of the trade setups were sell limit, sell limit, sell limit, but now it's a different story. Okay, so we have a buy limit on the Euro US. It made a big move up last week. Okay, it started to recover, retrace, pull back on Thursday and Friday, and should come down just a little bit more to the support level at 0.9905. So that's where I have a buy limit for the Euro US. The odd US definitely gave us an indication, a signal of a change in trend, and it made a big move up later in the week, which I wasn't sure about, as I've said earlier, but now that it's definitely bullish, and it has done a retracement, a pullback, and should come back down to this support level 0.6380, and that's where I have my buy limit on the odd US. The New Zealand US, a buy limit also, not very far away from where it is now. It closed last Friday at 0.5812, so it's only got to come down just a little bit, and that's where our support level is, so the buy limit should execute at 0.5800, bullish on the major currency pairs, and bullish on the pound US with the entry price at 1.1560. And then with the Japanese pairs, okay, bullish on the Japanese pairs, the odd JPY with a buy limit at 94.10. And with the CAD JPY, a buy limit at 108.10. With the Swiss JPY, also a buy limit at 147.65. And the GBP JPY, yeah, you see it's very high. It really did make quite a bullish move last week, but it can still go a lot further. We're looking at the 4-hour chart here. If you look on the monthly chart, the British pound Japanese yen can still continue a lot further higher. So I have a buy limit on the GBP JPY. After that big move on Friday, I expect it to come back down to at least this first line of support here at 170.20. And now I'm throwing in a couple of others that I've noticed in my analysis. I don't usually show these, I don't usually trade these, but if they do give me an indication that there's a good trade setup, I will share these with you. So this is what I'm looking at with the odd CAD, a buy limit with the entry price at 0.8705. This has been bearish for a long time, but on the long-term chart, the daily chart, which I use for my analysis, there's a clear indication that there's a change in direction. So a buy limit on the odd CAD. And then one more, which I trade quite often, is the pound New Zealand, and I have a buy limit on that with the entry price at 1.9900 at the blue line that you see here, which is a line of support. Okay, a buy limit on the pound New Zealand at entry price at 1.9900. Okay, that's it for me, sharing my trade setups with you. Remember, I'm not recommending or suggesting you take these same trades. You can if you want, but it's up to you to manage your own account. It's up to you to use good risk management. And I always suggest just don't be greedy. Okay, don't be in a hurry. Be patient. All right, let the market come to you. It will. Trade small, grow your capital slowly over time, and you will be successful as a Forex trader. Okay, if you have any comments or questions or inquiries, please just leave them at the bottom of this video, and I do reply to all inquiries, all comments. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like these videos. I make this weekly analysis every Sunday before the market opens on Monday. And be sure and click that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I make one of these videos. Okay, thanks again for being here. I appreciate it and hope to hear from you. And let me know, by the way, if you had any success, if you did take any of those trades that I just shared with you in my review. It was a very, very good week, and I hope you had good success. See you again next time. Thanks a lot again. Bye-bye.